All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you Wakim out there who pushing this word with truth and sincerity, and as well as all you believers out there who believing on the gospel. And it's the brother Quara Abad from the GMS Houston camp. And real briefly, I want to go into another lesson, Lord willing, to do be edifying. Doing a little reading, and this topic came to mind. Not too sure what I'm gonna title the lesson, but it was along the lines of that the Lord intention, or plans for us as a nation, the nation of Israel, was never to be like or follow the other nations. You see, we wasn't made for that purpose, The Lord has set the nation of Israel up to be the top nation in the world, right? Although and I'm laughing myself because although it seems far-fetched now when you look at our people, right? But we supposed to be the leaders of the world, starting with the 144,000, man, the fathers of the nation, under Yahweh Shai, the governing body. But nevertheless, our power chose us to separate us over all these people. And it was never for us to integrate with them. It wasn't, now granted, when I say it wasn't the Lord's intention, yes, we know he created or decided everything from the beginning. So yes, it was his plan. We know it was his plan. He made us go off. He made us follow these other nations. And granted, for prophecy's sake, we had to be scattered amongst them. But the point is, that's not the purpose of our nation, to be followers. Hey, what the scripture say? Is Israel a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Right, that's not our purpose, to be followers, to do what these heathens do, man, to worship the gods these heathens worship. No, the Lord have made us a special or peculiar people to be separate from these people, man. He gave us a certain way of life to live, a certain code to live by, which is the law, statutes, commandments. You see a standard that's set within our nation, man. Matter of fact, let me see. This shouldn't be long, just, some thoughts. I don't even know what I was about to get. Let's get this real quick. But ultimately, the plan, we wasn't made to follow those other nations. The nation was made to follow us as the Israelites. And when you look out, I'm going to get some precepts here in a few, but when you look out into the world, you can see that. You can see that. Who's the trendsetters of the world? Who do everybody want to be like? The Israelites. Now, when you consider these heathens, their customs, their practices, these people need a leader. These people need to be told how to live. You got these Indians over there, they have a festival where they shit and piss on each other, right? You got these Hamites getting shitted on by a cow. You got these Chinese, these Moabites, the Chinese people, they bugged out. You see, so all these nations do need to be governed by the top nation, by the Israelites, man. It was never meant for us to be under these people. Let's get some precepts. Let me get, let's start here in Deuteronomy, because I was thinking of this as I was speaking. This Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. It says, for thou, now this is the Heavenly Father talking to us, the Israelites. It says, for thou art an holy people, which you go into that word holy, being separate. It says, but for thou art an holy people unto Yahweh and thy power, and Yahweh thy power have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. And that's straight to the point. That's the reason we was created as a nation, to be above all people. I'm even thinking about it in Sirach, the book of Sirach. It says that the world was created for the Israelites' sake. So why are we in our creation following these other nations? Yeah, that rhyme. I ain't a rapper though. But why are we in our creation following these other nations? You see, but we getting to the point where everything is about to be turned right side up. It says in Psalms 82 that all the earth, all the earth is out of course. You got men over women, people changing their sex, and also you got these heathens ruling over the Israelites. But let's read this again. Deuteronomy 7:6. I ain't read this one in a minute. For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power, and Yahweh thy power have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. You see? Now this is the thing. If we was chosen to be above all people on the earth, then why are we in this situation? Why are we in this situation? Because you had people of our nation. One, I'm going to say this, because we went off as a nation, first and foremost, which therefore us breaking the laws, the Most High put us in captivity, put curses on us, you see, and gave these heathens the power to rule over us. But even within the Israelites, within Jake's mind, they always wanted to be like the other nations. And when you read the blessings and the pedestal the Lord put the nation of Israel on over these other nations, it's like, why would we want to be like them? Why you want to be like a so-called white man? What you want to wear, suit and a tie? You feel me? Why you want to be like Moab, uncoordinated and losing? You can't even walk in a straight line. Moab got like them duck feet. They walk flat and their feet be out and shit. Why we want to be like them? We got the salt. The Lord blessed us as a nation. We got the salt, man. When you look at everything in the world, matter of fact, that's another precept. Let me get that real quick. When you look at everything in the world, the influence of it comes by the nation of Israel. Although we in captivity, the people that's ruling over us, they still get influenced by us. Whether, because it ain't so much, the elites of their nation, but these little everyday, Moabites, white boys, and you know what I'm saying? They want to be like Israelites, man. The rappers, the athletes, they mimic our people. Let me get this real quick in Sirach, because if we the trendsetters right now in captivity, imagine what it's going to be like when we ruling. You see, if people following us, want to be like us and dress like Israelites right now while we in captivity and they're ruling over us, then what you think it's going to be like when we ruling? It's going to be how it's supposed to be. Them following us. Let's read this real quick. This is Sirach chapter 10. I'm going to get straight to the point. This Sirach chapter 10 and verse 30. It says, the poor man is honored for his skill. Now in this world, who are the poor? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And aren't we honored for our skill? Right? You got the likes of LeBron James. You got, rappers, the entertainers, singers. Right? We honor for our skill. People want to, be around Jake for what? They skill, what they could bring to the table. But check this out. It says the poor man is honored for his skill. And the rich man is honored for his riches. And that's Esau Edom. He the rich man. Now, nobody really respect Esau or care about him. Neither, but people hold Esau, to a standard because he run the world, his face on the money, right? His military prowess. But the only reason people honor this man or even still do business with him is because he got his face on a dollar. Now, check what it's going to say out, because if the poor is being honored for his skill while he's poor, it says, the poor man, Sirach 10 and 30, the poor man is honored for his skill, and the rich man is honored for his riches. He that is honored in poverty, how much more in riches? So if these heathens want to be like us, honor us while we in poverty, right? Stealing our, swag and all our inventions and all that while we in poverty. Once we rule the world as Israelites and our face on the money now, right? Then you might have a Moabite walking in the kingdom, a Chinese walking in the kingdom with an afro, with the pick, the pick sticking out with the fist, you might have that. Come on, man. But the point was, since the beginning, we was never made or meant to follow and be like these other nations. The Lord always set us apart, and that's why we're in a predicament we're in right now as a nation, because Jake want to be like these heathens, man. And then being like the heathens, you at the bottom like a heathen. Let's finish this. It says, Sirach 10 and 31, he that is honored in poverty, how much more in riches? And he that is dishonorable in riches, right, Esau dishonorable and he rule the world. And it says, so how much more in poverty? So imagine the low level Esau gonna be and the hate he gonna get. If he get it now while he ruling the world, imagine what it's gonna be when we're in the kingdom. And he gonna be the lowest nation. But the point is, I just wanted to get that to show that our people as Israelites, we always were and are the trendsetters, man. Everybody want to be like us. The Lord gave us that salty spirit, you know. The Lord gave us, and when I say salt, I ain't saying like bad, like flavorful, you know. He gave that to us, man, you know. So therefore, seeing we coming back into who we are as a people, we understand how things gonna be. We already know, read prophecies, as in Isaiah the 2nd chapter, we might get that. You're gonna have nations coming up to us, say, look, teach us how to be like y'all. Teach us how to worship y'all God like y'all. You see? So that's when the tables go turn, they're gonna wanna be like us. But still you have it today. You got a lot of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, especially these Mexicans, you know, these Hispanics, especially out here in Texas. They think they the white man. They think they the white man because they got a brighter skin complexion. No, man, be you as your nation. We the chosen nation. We the special people. Walk with that, man. You know, matter of fact, it's a quick side note, and I'm going to get the next precept. But we was in Austin last week, and I was talking to the brother Daniela. You know, we're just talking about females, so on and so forth. And I was just telling the brother, look, bro, you know, hey, we know the scriptures say we going to be kings and priests in the kingdom. And I told him, bro, we ain't going to start being kings and priests in the kingdom. That mindset start now. You got to walk around as if you a king and a priest now. And that's not saying be proud and with your chest out. No, not saying that. It's therefore, bro, you got to know the Lord and believe that the Lord is, you know, Lord willing, but dealing with us, bro. You got to have faith that the Most High is dealing with his nation again and that he about to bring us back to that top nation. We got to start moving like that again, not proud, but with a standard about ourselves, man. A little confidence. You see, like the Apostle Rachel, when he came out here a couple months ago, he was telling brothers out here in the Houston camp, look, brothers, believe in yourselves, man. You see? Look, the Lord blessed us as his holy nation, and we seeing he's bringing us back to him as a people, and we almost out of here. Why would we try to be like another nation? We about to get blessed. We about to get the kingdom. You see? Let's get this though. I'm kind of, you know, I might just open forum this one. Might just put it as an open forum. But this what things changed at. I want to get this real quick in Psalms. Let's see, because again, us following these nations, that's what got us in this situation as we are in now. Let's get this. This is Psalms 96. Let's see what following the nations is going to get us. Oh, shit, going to get us. Let's see what following the nations got us. This Psalms chapter, I think it's 106. Psalms 106. All right, here we go. Let's see what following these heathens got us. So this Psalms chapter 106. And I'm going to start at verse 33. And it's talking about the Israelites. Psalms 106 and verse 33. It says, because they provoked his spirit, talking about the Israelites, you know, pissing the Most High off as we was coming out of Egypt. It says, so that he spake unadvisedly. So no, Salaki, this is Moses. This is Moses. This is the Israelites, you know, was pissing Moses off looking for water, and he kind of slipped up with his mouth, you know, and said, look, y'all want me to get water out, you know, out the rock for y'all? And he didn't get a Lord the glory. So that's what it's going into. I'm going to just start at 34. It says, they did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them. And I had just finished the book of Judges. And when you read the book of Judges, the Lord left certain heathen nations, Hamite nations around. You know, we didn't fully kill them all off. Now, it was reasons for that. The Lord said, like, one, he said he wanted us to learn war. He wanted the heathens to test us. See, Miss Joe, you have a good one. Yes, ma'am. And he wanted them to test us. And so like that was the HR lady at my job. She leaving. I be having to sneak out and do lessons at times. But anyway, we're gonna continue. Right, the Lord wanted them to test us, but other than that, what it said, Jake started learning some of their customs, man, worshiping their gods. Another example, Remember, the Lord had judges set up over us, and the Most High was our king. You see, he was dealing through judges. But then you had Jake said, no, we want to be like the heathens. We want to be like the other nations, and we want to have a king over us. We want to be like them. And then he gave him King Saul, and then they found out, well, you're going to see who having a king, until he brought in David. Now you had, in our time, a nigga named Martin Luther King talking about he got a dream. He got a dream. That little black boys and white girls going to play together. No, man, see, that was never, we was never supposed to be one with these nations. The same as these nations. Look, that's something these heathens want. I'm thinking of, I'm going to go back to the scriptures, but I'm thinking of Antiochus. I'm thinking of Haman. I think it might be Antiochus too, but I'm thinking of Haman, how he wrote a letter to Xerxes, in which Haman was an Edomite, how all nations needed to be one. And there was this one peculiar nation, the Israelites, who, without us being like everybody, was going to put a halt in their plans, roughly paraphrasing. You see, the nations always wanted to be one, make everybody one. The Lord never wanted us to be one because we too special to be one with these heathens, man. We're going to teach them how to be like us, you see? But let's finish this. I'm just getting thoughts off. Like I said, this might just be an open forum. But let's go back to Psalms 106, seeing what being like the heathens, where they get us. Psalms 106 in verse 34, it says, they did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them, but were mingled among the heathen, here it is, and learned their works. Jake started being like these heathens, man. It says, and they served their idols, which were a snare unto them. Yeah, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils, and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and of their daughters, right? Giving their children over to Molech, child sacrificing back then. But today you got the black woman walking in Planned Parenthood thinking she's doing a good thing so she could have hot girl summer and happy hour still. So she go up in there and hand her children over to Molech. But she don't think it is, a child sacrifice because it's organized. It's in a building and you're doing paperwork and a white man says okay to do it. You see? Being amongst these heathens, Jake thinks shit okay just because these heathens say so. Come on, man. It says, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan, and the land was polluted with blood. And thus, even that, speaking of being polluted with blood, even this gangster, the thug culture and mentality. Man, our people learned that from Esau, man. Switches. And Dracos. They learned that shit from Esau. Hey, Esau, I remember Elder Yashawami, Esau did the first gangster rap song. What I think of Lamech in Genesis 3:4. Yeah, Lamech talking about how he killed people. Cain, a descendant of Cain. So look, Esau started gangster rap. Right? But it says, so since we went off and was like these heathens, it says, therefore was the wrath of Yahweh kindled against his people, insomuch that he abhorred his own inheritance. And he gave them into the hand of the heathen, and they that hated them ruled over them. And that's why we're in the situation we're in today, because the Lord said, oh, you want to be like them people? You want to be around them? I'm going to make you go serve them. I'm going to make you go serve. Since you don't want to be special, huh? I'm going to make you go serve them, and they going to be over you. It says their enemies also oppressed them, and they were brought into subjection under their hand. Many times did he deliver them, but they provoked him with their counsel and were brought low for their iniquity. You see that? So that's what happened to us, and that's why we're in the situation we're in now. But again, it never fails. The Lord gonna have mercy upon us once again, because it says, nevertheless, he regarded their affliction when he heard their cry, and he gave us his truth back. Now we crying out, he gonna come save us from amongst these heathens. He gonna come get us from amongst these people. It says, and he remembered for them his covenant and repented according to the multitude of his mercies. And he made them also be pitied of them that carried them captives. I'm going to read this too. It says, save us, O Yahweh power, and gather us from among the heathen. And that's where we at now. We about to be taken from back from amongst these people, and we gonna be on our own, and then therefore that Deuteronomy 6 gonna be fulfilled. That's when we gonna be a special people. When Yahweh Shai come back, save us, man. When we come down, that's when that's gonna be fulfilled. That peculiar people, and all nations from that point gonna want to be like us, right? It says, "Save us, O Yahweh, and gather us from among the heathen, to give thanks unto thy holy name and triumph in thy praise." Let me get one more. I think it's Ezekiel I'm thinking about. I just want to get one real quick. How it's gonna say, the Lord gonna come save us from amongst the enemies. And I'm gonna get one that when we in the kingdom, then the heathens go come up to us and say, "Look, we want to be like y'all. We want to be like y'all." Let me see what it said. This is Okay, here we go right here. I'll read this real quick. I'm going to wind it down. This is Ezekiel 28 and verse 24. And we can end it after this. It says, going into us being saved. And there shall no more be no more a pricking briar unto the house of Israel. It says, nor any grieving thorn of all them that are round about them. So it's going to come a time when these heathens ain't going to oppress us no more. You see? They ain't going to afflict us no more. It's like if I'm whispering, I got some of my co-workers came out here. It says, and there shall be no more a pricking briar unto the house of Israel, nor any grieving thorn of all them round about them that despise them. And they shall know that I am Yahweh power. It says, and thus saith Yahweh power, when I shall have gathered the house of Israel. Check this out. Thus saith Yahweh power, when I shall have gathered the house of Israel from among whom they are scattered. So that's the wind blowing, but that's a cut to Christians. The Lord ain't come and save all nations. He come and save the Israelites who were scattered, the elected a nation of Israel, who were scattered amongst these other nations, not all nations. It says, when I shall have gathered the house of Israel from the people among whom they are scattered, and shall be sanctified in them, see, in the sight of the heathen. So he will be sanctified in us in the sight of the heathen. He gonna make it known that they look, these are the people. This is the chosen people. It says, and the heathen shall, Salakia, and they shall dwell in their land that I have given to my servant Jacob. We going back home. It says, and they shall dwell safely therein, and shall build houses and plant vineyards. Yeah, they shall dwell with confidence when I have executed judgments upon all those that despise them round about. You see, so when we get saved, now the Lord going to judge these heathens. You see? Then we eventually go come down, and from that point, we going to set up a righteous order in the earth, and everybody going to want to flock to us as Israelites. Let me get that real quick in Isaiah 2. It's more, but I'm winding it down. It's too many fucking co-workers and shit coming out. Check this out. This is Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, it shall come, Isaiah chapter 2. Yeah, I start at 1. It says, the word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem, so concerning all tribes, the northern and southern kingdom. It says, it shall come to pass in the last days, which we're in the last days, ultimately, when all things said and done, that the mountain of Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains. Who is the mountain of Yahweh's house? The Israelites, man. And these mountains are symbolic for governments. So the Lord gonna set his nation up over all these other nations. It says when Yahweh shall come back, when I'm thinking of 1 Corinthians 15, it says the Lord gonna put down all rule, all authority and power. Right, our government gonna be over. We're gonna be the ruling nation in the earth. It says, and it shall come to pass. Now remember what we said earlier. We was never meant to follow and go be like these other nations. That was meant for them to come follow and be like us. And that's ultimately what's going to happen in the kingdom. We about to read it and not end it. It says, and it shall, Isaiah 2 and 2, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills. Check it out. And all nations shall flow unto it. We will be exalted and everybody will come to us. What we read earlier, if they come to us want to be like us in captivity, how much more in the kingdom when we ruling? And new bodies and all. So it says, and many people shall go and say, come ye, let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. So they're going to be, and look, they ain't going up to the Most High, knocking on the Most High door. No, they will come up to us. Remember, we're a nation of kings and priests. Priests is likened unto a minister. They will come up to us asking how to be like y'all power, what laws, how to keep the laws and all this. They will come up to us. You see, ultimately trying to be like us because they're going to see what being like us can get us, or what blessings come with being like an Israelite, man. It says, and many people shall go and say, come ye, let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem. You see? So the influence, that's the word, the influence of the world going to come straight out of the nation of Israel, man. Just like it is now with us in captivity. So how much more when we rule? But I'm going to end it right there, Lord, willing this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Al Shai, Bashem Chakodash, and with that, Shalom.